Mungu aendelee kuwa nao, and we wish that they get the peace that surpasses all human understanding at this very difficult moment ambao wanajiuliza maswali mengi. Secondly, vile serikali imesema uchunguzi itafanywa, tutawachia serikali hiyo kazi, because we know our government is competent enough to be able to unravel what actually happened. Lakini kwa hayo yote, poleni sana 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 to the entire fraternity of Edalasha in Kieni in Nyeri County.
Well, we continue condoling with the family and pray for recovery for the at least 13 children who are still in hospital. Now, Lamu Deputy Governor Raphael Munywa has passed away while receiving treatment in Nairobi, prompting an outpouring of tributes from national leaders. The family revealed that Ndungu died on Friday after long illness. President William Ruto expressed his condolences, calling Ndungu a progressive leader dedicated to improving the lives of Lamu residents. Well, may his soul rest in eternal peace. According to the 2021-2022 National Cancer Registry data report, a total of 27,092 deaths due to cancer diseases are reported each year. The report further indicated that 44,116 new cancer cases are recorded annually in the country. The findings pushed for collaboration between the executive committee and the local technical experts. They saw the development of an analysis draft that outlined the challenges and the proposed actions to improve cancer care in the country. In a forum held in Nairobi and involving more than 135 people with more than 20 institutions, it was agreed that strong plans to advocate for investment in proper equipment, among other key actions, will be crucial in reducing the cancer burden and bringing about meaningful change in cancer treatment.
A lot of cancer patients are treated within Nairobi, so we need to take that into account, the fact that they will be traveling from out of the county. So we do need to look at those very high out-of-pocket costs and put in place measures to reduce this out-of-pocket.
We are also called upon to successfully reduce the burden of cancer in our country. We cannot do it as an individual. We therefore must work with all the stakeholders in this space. And these are beginning with patients who go through the challenges. We have our governments, both national and county. In there, we have academic institutions, we have hospitals, we have civil society, we have research institutions. We also have media, we have international community.
Kenyan students seeking higher education abroad have been urged to integrate practical lessons on climate change and artificial intelligence, AI, into their career choices. Speaking during an education affair targeting students keen to advance their higher education in the UK universities, Omar Mohammed, the country director for SI-UK Study Abroad Experts in Nairobi, urged learners to adopt technical and modern career courses capable of combating climate change and solving global tech challenges through the use of AI.
I'm very experienced about all of the courses that we have available at Warwick and helpful to advise students. I'm really excited to be here at SI-UK in Nairobi today, and I've had some really exciting conversations with prospective students at both undergraduate and postgraduate level.
People have realized that it's a shorter investment to study in the UK. They're going for one-year masters, knowing that once they finish their one-year masters, they can look for job opportunities through the post-study work opportunity program that allows students to experience and look for jobs in the UK. So many of them are looking at it as a stepping stone to be able to explore careers abroad.
One of the things that I've learned from this international career fair is that compulsory subjects are key: math, English, Kiswahili, and chemistry. For one to be able to venture into these marketable courses in this international universities, these subjects or the main subjects are very important.
A 22-year-old boda operator from Malaba diagnosed with kidney and liver failure is appealing for help to raise 2 million shillings for an operation at Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital in Eldoret. Dennis Etiang, who was abandoned by his family after they discovered his condition, is now living at the mercy of his neighbors who have constantly been involved in monthly harambes to support his medication and upkeep.
Nimeanza 2021 mpaka sasa 2024. Nimejaribu kumeza madawa, imeshindikana. So that nimetumia pesa mingi sana kwa hizi madawa. So that naomba serikali kama inaweza nisaidia na watu wangu pia kwa karibu na mimi wanisaidie fanyie upasuaji liver na kidney hiyo waitoe so that mwili wangu irudi mzuri. Na kwa saa hii sina uwezo kabisa. Kwa maana natumia 50,000 kununua madawa.
Hizi hospitali za hapa hivi haiwezi saidia. Hata pale tukapeleka Busia, tukapeleka Bungoma referral, yote bado haikusaidia. Sasa madaktari wakasema kwamba maybe apelekwe referral kama Eldoret ama nje za ng'ambo China ama nchi zingine aweze kusaidika.
Ni kama ametenga yeye. Wamedesert yeye. Familia imedesert yeye. Sasa naishi tu kwa pande ya majirani.
The intention by the Kajiado County government to impose annual land rate taxes to freehold lands and buildings in Kajiado North has raised uproar among targeted residents who are now protesting over the already gazetted matter. Led by the area members of the County Assembly, the agitated residents are opposing the implementation of the contentious land rates freehold clause contained in the County Finance Act, calling on the county executive to restrain from the move. The MCAs drawn from 5 wards in the area now want the county government to take responsibility and involve the community fully through public participation before effecting such laws, claiming that the freehold land tax was already rejected in the County Assembly. If imposed, freehold landowners will be subjected to paying an annual tax at a rate of 5,000 shillings per quarter of an acre.
Baadhi ya zile petitions zilikuwa zimeandikwa ilikuwa ni ya kupinga mambo ya land rates, swas za freehold, na tukiangalia sisi kama MCAs hatukupitisha hiyo. Na sasa hivi tunaona imewekwa na basi wananchi wanahamasishwa kuwa waweze kulipa, na inakuwa ni kitu ambayo inaleta tumbo joto, na kwa ajili ya hiyo sisi tumekuja hapa kukatana nayo. Tunasema we are here to support the interest of the community ambaye ndio wao walituchagua, na kwa ajili ya hiyo tunaomba serikali kuu ya county iweze kuzingatia swala la matakwa ya wananchi, aswa swala hii ambazo imezua tumbo joto ya freehold. Kwa hivyo mpaka na hiyo sisi kama MCAs wa Kajiado North tumesema atukubaliane nayo, tumesema tawe.
Inamaanisha ule mtu akona eka 5 mpaka eka 10 either shamba iende ama nyang'anywe juu wengine hataweza kulipa. Ni ombi langu kwamba freehold iwachiliwe vile inastahili. Kwa hivyo walio kwa freehold wengi ni wale waliopewa mashamba ni mababu zao. Walionunua mashamba na wako retire. Wale watu wakiambiwa tena waanze kulipa, na hata wengine kazi hawana, wengine hawana bela wala nyuma, wengine ni mayatima, itakuwa shida tupu.
Now let's move to Botswana now, where health experts and authorities say Botswana is facing an uphill battle in the fight against substance abuse. This has left its population vulnerable to region-wide drug trafficking.
When he was a student, Tumelo Singawane's future looked bright. He dreamed of becoming the country's president, a lawyer or a doctor. He was academically gifted.
I was an outgoing student and I loved the whole life, you know. The problem is when you are outgoing, you always fall into many traps, you know. That's how it happens. I even represented Botswana for some time in karate when I was growing up, which I felt like I did something for my country. Just that along the way I met the drugs and all of that.
The 36-year-old's world came crumbling down when he found himself caught in the dark world of drugs, which at some point landed him in jail. Singawane was imprisoned for 2 years from 2015 to 2016 for inflicting serious bodily injuries on someone. He blames those actions on his drug and alcohol addiction at the time.
It was a very bad thing that I still regret up until this day. You know, sometimes we do things not knowing that it's going to affect your life that much, you know. I'm looking at the fact that that person, I could have avoided. But because of that ego and that, I don't know, that confidence from the cat, the alcohol, maybe I wouldn't have done anything. I would have just walked away if I was on a sober state.
Since then, Singawane has managed to overcome his addiction. He now heads a non-profit organization called Drugs Free is the New Cool movement. Through the organization, he has reached out to mostly young people to help them avoid falling into what could be a bottomless, life-destroying pit.
I had a problem of addiction from alcohol and other substances like cat and cocaine and also your codeine. So I felt that I needed to speak out so that I save somebody from the pain that I went through. So I thought, you know what, let me get other young Botswana and let's try do this. So we registered Drug Free, the New Cool organization.
Botswana is a major transit route for goods into Southern Africa, which the country's defense minister Kahiso Musi says exposes it to drug trafficking. Kutlwano Kipaletse, a substance abuse counselor at the Botswana Substance Abuse Support Network, BOSASNET, says while drug abuse is on the rise, many addicts do not seek help, fearing the social stigma that afflicts drug abusers.
The inquiries show that there's a large number of people out there that are crying for help, for this help. We see a lot more people, a lot less numbers of people reaching here and being enrolled for the service. So we are aware that actually people are not coming for services. But I think also that is mainly around the stigma surrounding mental health and the substance use disorder.
Kipaletse says the organization also provides programs that can help prevent substance abuse.
We go to schools because we do realize that a lot of onset or introduction to drugs happens in schools because of the place where a lot of children spend their time at, right outside the home. So we go to schools, we have these talks with students, and we try engage them in group counseling.
In February, Botswana's Minister of Finance, Peggy Serame, announced she will give significant funding to the newly established drug enforcement agency in the country. According to a recent report by a non-profit Global Initiative Against Transnational Organized Crime, Southern Africa has become a significant drug transit hub and a destination market for a variety of illicit drugs.
Well, on that note, we take a very short break. More stories to come. Do stay with us.
On Kilimo na Biashara, we dive into the world of Ethiopian kale.
Ethiopian kale is a delicacy. It's a vegetable that is